and gentlemen, welcome to the 12th Poets vs MCs. Make some noise, please!
Are you ready for action? You ready for some blood? My period's just finished, so we may have to bypass that.
These poets, they're foul, aren't they? They're so foul, so childish.
I can give you a stained panty liner, but that's all. But we'll come back to that later. Oh, sorry, I promised it to Tom earlier. Now he's offended because I'm asking it if you guys
birthday
want
coming
it.
up.
Trixie, this is awkward, isn't it? But what have we got? What have we got tonight, Tom?
Well, we've had the sounds of Tiny on the decks. Let's have a bit of noise, please. What I'd like to know, actually, is who has been to this event before? Excellent. So you know what to expect. We have poets.
Yeah! We've got
who look like
rappers.
that.
Yeah. We've got some in-betweenies who can't decide.
See, what I want to know now is there are people who come with their preconceptions, with their stigmas. Let's face it, you already know you want to win. So if you want the poets to win, make some noise now, please.
That's pathetic.
We shouldn't do the buying the tickets online thing, because these are the organised people who get them early.
Yeah, they're too paltry. We don't want your paltry cheers. We'll save it till later, till you've imbibed each other's sweat and got yourselves wasted on it, and then you'll be voting with your full hearts and lungs. Okay? Is that all right? Because that was pathetic, to be frank. And you're going to need to give it everything. Who has never been here before? OMG. God, what have you been doing the last 11 years, you dickheads? Yeah, so there's a showcase round first. 6 poets, 6 rappers. They'll be on stage. By the way, in case you don't know who we are, I am Rosie Carrick, the best person you'll ever know. Uh-huh. And this...
My name is Heinzie Hines. I represent Slip Jam. She's from Hammer and Tongue. We are the sister act of each other. Does that make sense? Don't think that makes sense, really.
No, I liked it. Well, I'll get my heels out for you again, then we can be sisters properly. So, after the showcase round, there is going to be a Cipher, because the showcase round, there are no beats allowed. In the Cipher, all the rappers and any other interested parties are going to come to the stage and do some raps to beats.
And that will be an open mic, so if there's any rapper out there who wants to get involved, I'll give you a code, and it's not that one this time, it'll be more like, get involved. And you come, we'll have a little freestyle like we do at Slip Jam. And then, Rosie, what happens then?
And then we all take to the stage and we will fight to the bloody death!
You're horrible, you lot.
Yeah, we'll be mean. We may be meaner than any other year. I speak for myself anyway.
Maybe the rappers have seen their errors of their ways.
Maybe it'll be one of those years where everyone wants to write nice things to each other, but I hope not. For your sakes, we don't want you vomiting into each other's shoes. That would be boring and laborious for the staff at Concord to clean up afterwards.
Are you guys ready? I was going to say make some noise, but that's absolutely fine. We will start straight away with the poets. I can't think of a better poet to start than Rosie Carrick herself. Give her a warm welcome.
Okay. So, this morning I woke up from a dream, one of those really vivid dreams, a bit like the one in Final Destination where he wakes up and finds out that it's true, except that this wasn't entirely true, and I was having a wank to American Horror Story Series 3. I wish I could remember what was happening in the episode because it was quite bizarre and I could have, cross-examined it against the thing, but it left me feeling a bit fruity anyway. So this is a poem about an early erotic encounter at a Lincolnshire train station. I'm sure we've all had them. It's called Chokey. I would like to begin it by quoting from Norman Baker of the Liberal Democrats, who says, "Train spotting may be an activity of limited and indeed questionable appeal, but it is not a criminal offence and it is not a terrorist threat." He did say that about 7 years ago, so I think maybe the Things may have changed now. If you're a train spotter, be aware. The uniform, commonly worn by the British train spotter, is not compulsory, though its basic components are, nevertheless, formally recommended in all preliminary notes to TLX, an excellent resource for any earnest ferroequinologist, the current edition of which features recently unearthed early photos by my father, Jeremy Foster. He's been dead for years, of course, but here is the thing. Last Monday, I caught the train from Boston to Lincoln. It was winter. There was snow on the ground, and this man on the platform blowing out his cheeks looked right through me, and there was my answer. At first, I thought I was dreaming. He had both logbook and a tape recorder. Mic attached on a headset, 3 spare pens in left breast pocket, waterproof trench, and even any weather trousers. Ankle length, they button up or else just zip off altogether at the thigh. Timetables fanned from a clam-tight armpit, and behind his glasses, railroadiana nostalgia flashed like it was now, and he was juggling yesterday. But before I got the chance to unagog my tongue, to let him know I knew we fit like puppy and dog, he ran across to the very far side. The train from Newark, hours delayed, was being announced on platform 2, and he was eager to see it arrive. I threw away my Twix and followed him over. Stepping inside of his footprints, I leant forward, rested my ear on his shoulder, sniffed his neck, and stroked the Woolworths data notepad tucked into his thick belt. It did not go well. I guess it's okay to feel defensive. Spinning around, he spat this rant against my face like, "Fuck you, bitch. This all you think. I'm not a freak, you know. I just love trains, live for this machinery, not cracked in the head, not track basher bent. And yes, I do other things as well. I go to parties, I eat pizza, like to dance and drink and screw." To take my mind off his teeth, I thought of that Pulp song too, and began to imagine our wedding day, how we would talk of this first meeting during the speeches, recreate its brilliant drama word for word, not even edit it clean for the children or elderly relatives. Then, kneeling down at his feet in the snow, my tongue as hot as Shakira, I asked him, "Please, will you make me a chokey, like the one Miss Trunchbull has in that Roald Dahl book called Matilda, full of nails and broken glass, and me inside all cut to bloody, stranded, naked, standing straight for hours in the dark?" The silence made my clothes fall off. A tortoise in my chest, and he said finally, "But what about my almost crippling fondness for machinery? Surely you don't think a vintage train aficionado has the time to build this chokey just for you?" I thought fast, like a special agent. "Don't you know my face? You know my father's Jeremy Foster. That makes you my legal guardian according to the railway etiquette of '62. And he began to cry and said, "I guess I'll have to try to." Then the Newark train arrived, and he recorded its model and number next to the time as I got back to my feet and brushed the snow away from my bruised knees and touched his cheek as his face jerked and his hot sperm shot through those twitching pants that later my hands, ecstatic, would start to remove. Thank you, guys. I feel like now you know me a lot better. Thank you.
Rosie Carrick, make some noise, please. So can I just check again? Who was here last year? Okay, so you remember the big hoo-ha, the big scandal, when the poet defected, the mighty Spliff Richard defected to the rap side. Well, let me tell you, he's still on the rap side. And just because rappers are kind of rule breakers, fuck the no beats thing. We got a beatboxer in the house, Carell. So, Spliff Richard and Carell, make some noise for them, please.
Hey, thank you for coming out and supporting this. We all appreciate the shit out of you. I'm trying something a bit new tonight. Thank you all for being here to share it with me. This is a rhyme about trying to have an open mind. Skinny ain't the only way to be sexy. And school ain't the only way to be smart. It takes more than working out to make you strong and more than eating right to look after your heart. This one's for all the narrow-minded thinkers. Got problems with their vision, you come fix it at the optician cause it's like they're wearing blinkers. Well, if life is a game, many different ways to play it. And if truth can be spoken, many different ways to say it. Many shades to see, many ways to be. Many different types of key may set you free. Words that you find resonate might sound to me like mumbling. And the map I used to navigate might leave you lost and stumbling. So if you believe in something with such a passion, into you it comes smashing. Consumes, overwhelms you and moves and compels you to let the world know about it. Won't you please be careful now how you go about it? And unless you want to hurt your own cause, remember the proverb of the water and the horse. You can inform, influence and inspire, but not force, no matter how well thought. Cause the most important things in life must be self-taught. We got to walk on our own course and we got to go seeking our own freedom. And sometimes that means seeing religion's not the only place to find a higher being, and God is not the only place to find meaning. What matters much more than what we believe in is the manner in which we're living and breathing and how we are treating a fellow human being. So if you ever dare to define someone as a demi or excelling with the paintbrush better than a spreadsheet, or cause they know more of how the human heart works than classical art works, or they got ill skills of freestyle chatting but can't quote Shakespeare and Socrates in Latin, then I must dismiss you as persona non grata. Friendship between us gonna be a non-starter, cause I see through you like you had stigmata. And maybe saying that makes me a hater, but I think it's evident that within intelligence there are many flavors: artistic, emotional, practical, logical, philosophical. Some put theirs on display like a rock star playing a solo. Some bury theirs away and they don't show. But if you only see one kind, your mind really won't grow. And maybe those who know the most of those who know how much they don't know. So whether you measure success in the progress of your career or in getting respect and winning cheers, if you think we're here to learn or to teach or see how many lives we can reach, all I'm here to preach is each to their own. Stand together but think alone. And with yourself try to live as honestly as possible, because who we are is one of the only things in which we have true autonomy. The individuality of your personality is one of the greatest gifts you'll ever receive. So please believe, oh please believe, that skinny ain't the only way to be sexy. School ain't the only way to be smart. It takes more than working out to make you strong, and more than eating right to look after your heart. Thank you very much, guys. Show some love for Corral. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Spliff Richards and Carol. RKE, Spliff Richards on the rap team, eh? It just goes to show poetry and rap are exactly the same. It just depends whether or not you got beats behind you. Apparently, or is it? Next up, we have got a guy who just started coming along to Hammer and Tongue a few months ago, so he's new to Brighton. He came along, he stormed it, he won the end of year Grand Slam final this year at Hammer and Tongue, so if you were there, you will know who he is. He's absolutely amazing. Please welcome Michael Clark!
Hello, hello. Hello. So a very brief, quick bit of context about this piece. It's about the letters of St. Paul to the Corinthians, which he wrote to try and convert people to the Christian faith. And they make up a large portion of the Bible, and he's eventually executed for writing them. So it's about those letters, and it follows the same rhyming and narrative structure as the song Stan by Eminem. I hope you like it. This is Paul. Thank you. Dear Corinth, I wrote to you but received no reply. I sent you a letter last month and then 2 more last July. I just hope this time you remember to write me back. Just like rappers must remember when they're going away, Tupac. Bet you listen to his ghetto gospel. Well, why not mine? I don't mean to whine here, but we are talking here about the divine. God's just sublime. You know, it can turn water into wine. It forbids having a shave, but having a slave is just fine. Plus, he'll ever get a high raise as long as one prays, but won't stop earthquakes or heartbreak or rage or clashing blades and crusades. All the go compare, man. Take the Holy Ghost inside of you, just like a hungry Pac-Man. That's just that, man. God works in mysterious ways. Sort of like the hedge trimmer of the Windsor Legoland maze. Anyway, look, I really hope Thou gets this letter, man. Hit me back. It's just a chat, because just remember, God knows all. This is Paul. Dear Corinth, I'm still yet to get a reply from you. Quite frankly, I'm finding your behaviour rather rude. You certainly don't seem to correspond with much swiftness. Getting a reply from you is like getting blood from a Jehovah's Witness. You may think what I say is just a string of oxymorons, but don't be deceived, sir, for I am not a moron. I've got the love of the Lord right deep here inside of me. Oh, which brings me neatly to my next topic. Sodomy! Sex of the same sexes is just backwards and insane, and when something is backwards, well, it just simply is not the same. Even though the word sexes is in fact a palindrome, and straight and gay love are the same, I'll still continue to moan. Listen, as I lay down these homophobic homophones, gay men are better alter if they're ever to step onto an altar. I also hear one of you's about to have a daughter. You really ought to save her soul. To do so, just add water. All the times you Romans are born, think of the font. Baptise them there, ignore Voltaire. What more could you want? That has to write me back. This is your one chance for salvation. Sincerely yours, P.S. Also no pre-marriage cohabitation. Dear mister, I'm too secular to give a shit about what you say. This will be the last letter I ever send your way. By the will of God, like Snoop Dogg, you'll all be stoned like a woman should be by a man. You'll all be well and truly owned. Then at the gates of heaven, where St. Peter is the doorman, he'll get all up in your grill, yeah, all up in your George Foreman. He'll break it down for you, just like the Tower of Babel. You try to hide your evil actions, but like Cain, you're just not able. I find an insubordination in your humiliation of God's incarnation. You lack a liberation from temptations, an affirmation of abomination. I hope your denunciation of creation brings a privation of salvation. I hope your negation of revelation is an negation of your damnation. As I write, thank you. As I write, I sit here in prison for a third time for a crime I committed more times than my use of internal rhyme. I was spreading Deuteronomy, but now, dude, they're onto me. They'll see the bowels of hell. I don't mean a bad colonoscopy. For refusing to stop enforcing the love of Jesus Christ. In seconds, I'll be beheaded and have my righteous head sliced. See you in hell, you bunch of... Ow! Paper cut. Oh, it's the worst pain ever. Oh, yeah. Fuck. Dear Paul, we here in Corinth are sorry for our late reply, but lately we've had even less time than Marty McFly. Quite frankly, it's been the busiest week since Genesis. I mean, everyone here is still busy, even Dennis is. Now, we'd simply hate to become some form of nemesis or cause a heated reaction like the process of electrolysis, but you say we're all equal when all is said and done, but a priest counts for one whilst a nun counts for none. You say God is selfless and loves every one of his kin, but almost each and every hymn seems to be all about him. Look, no, it's really nothing personal. Faith is precious, but personal. He who forces faith onto others is the real criminal. That's, for me, real blasphemy, telling others what to believe. Just the other day, because of it, somebody else was aggrieved. He was beheaded just for not giving up his own religious view. But come to think about it, his name was... it was you. Damn. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you later. Bye, God bless.
A bit more noise, please, to Michael Clark! That was pretty cool. So, rappers aren't seen as the most romantic types in the world. I expect that. But this guy, I don't know if you've seen Don't Flop before, but his proposal got millions of views. It's Most Prob, ladies and gentlemen. And his wife is a rapper too. Amazing.
So I was watching American Horror Story. No, this is a... It was a song. It's not a song anymore. We're not allowed beats. But this is about abject misery. I'm everywhere else, staring at the walls of this box. I feel it when I breathe in. Never stalls, never stops, never walks, never crawls, never halts, never drops. No reason to be defeatist. When I've already lost, I'm not stepping off. I'm not set to be dead and gone, but I feel like the extra breath on the neck of a four-headed dog. It's not set in stone. We stick by decisions and get along. I walk the road, I approach the fork. It just ended wrong. I've never been without a friend, but when I think I found respect, I feel the laughter closing in like pincers gripped around my neck. Sleep dreamlessly, but spend my days in and out of them, outside the safety squeal of a sound check. I'm brown bread and I'm no individual case. Everybody's got things on their plate and shit they wish to escape. I could never spit in the face of those who drink to their grave. I lack those specific traits, but I'm just thinking the same. I'm not shifting it. My resilience splits in bits like brittle twigs. I don't know where my vision is, so I surround myself with images. Hold the phone. I'm scared shitless of dying old alone. Scared shitless of creating life inside a broken home. Scared shitless when I'm most needed, I won't know the ropes. I'm scared shitless that my heart's made from cold coal and bone. I'm scared shitless that my failures will break me and I got 7 years less potential than I had when I was 18. Scared shitless of the day my reflection starts to crack. I reduce it to shards of glass and it carries on laughing back. I'm scared shitless of what people will think. I can scale any obstacle that leaves me deeper to sink. Breathe on the brink, but I'm keeping my distance. A thick disparity between my reach and my grip. If I didn't find myself needing to live, I could leave and quit in a sigh of relief in a blink. And I would cease to exist, but I've a reason to live. And that's my reason to think. Brush away dead matter like leaves in the wind. Believe that I'll win, but retreat to within. Start again, back to square one. Then repeat all my sins, cryogenically frozen in the most decrepit of moments, pathetically hoping I won't have to accept it and own it. I'm getting progressively hopeless and rejecting the onus. Picking out little scabs, wrenching them open. I need food from the kitchen, I don't need to chance it. It's sufficient in this prison, partly carved from other people's glances. If you're blind to everything, you tend to struggle seeing past it. The scene's advancing, but it seems the structure's weakness lasted. I speak with glass lips and a silent tongue. In a half blink, I've become what I've become. If I'd seen past this when I was young, I'd have put way less emphasis on finding love and more into liking stuff. I got a full heart eventually, but still could never yet believe that it was ever meant for me. A fizzing cocktail of lethargy and ecstasy, essentially ramshackle ambling with scissors. It's a man shambling back in the distance. It's a refraction of light splinters woven into the patchwork of bad decisions. And friends with motives look at me through shattered mirrors, snarl through incisions because they fail to see the cracks and fissures. Freeze. This is an exorcism. Man enough for confrontation now, but man enough for the next decision. Man enough to take responsibility when others didn't. Man enough to start commencing living by a better system. Jiminy Cricket whispers willing me to begin the sequel. And forward thinking is telling me forward thinking's evil. But I believe all. Pretend that I can be cool when I can see that everything's descending into freefall. My patience is hell-bombed, face not looking well from the effort of the clamber to above where I fell from. Fellman, now at the centre of the maelstrom. I got a cult of personality like Elron. Memories of darker times, I should have known that any confidence I lost would eventually grow back, but developing consequence closed that. I'm in no man's land, but I'm getting the boat back. Thanks a lot.
Most Prof! His first time here at Poets MCs, isn't he awesome? Well, isn't he? And for those of you who have difficulty differentiating, out of the two Jewish Brighton rappers called Adam, that's the one I haven't had sex with. This one's considerably taller. Okay, we are back to the poets now, and we have got a poet who has performed at Poets MCs, but not for a few years, not since we were at Comedia. She is an absolutely fantastic poet. Can you please welcome to the stage Verity Spot?
Hi. Fucking hell, that's a bit much. All right, I can't really take responsibility for this poem because it's actually a poem written by the city of Brighton that came to me in a dream. And the poem written by the city of Brighton was addressed to the Conservative Party. And this is it. And it's a bit psychotic, so I'm sorry. An address from the city of Brighton to the Conservative Party, 2014. I've had one of these emails. I get them every now and again, asking me to affiliate with some fucking creative collective, join up to the fucking network. I'm afraid of that network, and here's the rot. They're building this horrific complex down on the seafront. They're once again talking about resurrecting the dead pier, this time quite possibly into some kind of bastard health spa for fucking yuppies, holiday houses and executive suites, long corridors with water coolers and touch cards and fire doors leading into boardrooms and small tidy bars full of vintage paraphernalia, the kind of thing people like us like, yeah, jukeboxes, etc. They're going to put that in the sea right in front of the town, staring right back across at its pathetic liberal mirror. Behind it, over it, there's going to be a tower that will be 400 metres high and provide the whole tiny town with taxed wireless internet. Under the tower, there's going to be this strip of arches filled with little people and their little things. They're going to call this the Creative Quarter. The arches will be shops run by makers selling jewellery, driftwood, upscaled, steampunk, upcycled accessories. All of it upcycled. It's going to be pretty fucking good, to be honest. Loads of young people with their stupid aspirations. That's the language of the Tory catalogue. Those are the people who will fill our lives with happiness and joy. They've done very well. They can make money out of what they love, and they will stay there under that tower by the conference centre forever and ever until we're dead, until we're lying under a bastard Tory pyramid covered with liberal blood and semen. I've tried replying to these emails several times, and for some kind of artistic solidarity, this guy asks us all to go to galleries in London. He wants collaborations. I want that too. I want us to stay up on speed together forever until no one can put us to sleep but ourselves. Only then will we start to die. Only then will we start to destroy our language. Language is conservative. He won't even pay your transport fees, that bastard. Funded and all by the lottery, no less. You get to read for 5 minutes. We need to stretch time till we can see back into it from a huge distance. Move around the space the time operates on. Operate inside time. I'm really happy with these letters on Yahe. That's ayahuasca to you. They seem to be asking for no antidotes at all. That's what they're doing with this fucking tower. Can you actually believe it will be 400 metres high? It might even touch the bellies of planes and curlews. It might even stretch into heaven. Anyway, there will be audiences for the Creative Quarter. The reason that word and everyone who uses it, that word creative, scares the living shit out of me. So I'm crying and scratching the ground until I bleed. It's because it's the siphoning off, a solution to all your problems, a briefness, a place for expression and hope. It's so conceited and ruthless, I want to slit its throat. When what we do is no longer necessary, just healthy, you are not alone. God is with you. You know, there's a lot going on in this town. I love it here. I've lived here nearly 30 years now, and every time I set out for food, my friends are there smiling at me, offering to pay for my dinner, tucking napkins into my stocking tops. We run this fucking city. It used to be a shithole. People would stare at you if you wanted to make anything of yourself. I had a great education, thanks very much. It's unfortunate I have to change your attitudes to make ends meet. There's a building just like this new development in the sea near Brighton train station. I had an interview there the other day. It's absolutely hideous and true that the social connotations of a tiny snippet of abstract music coming out of the door of a cafe can be disseminated according to their injunction against everyone else. But fuck it, I didn't get that job. I'm going to play some music. I'm going back to bed. I'm going to get wasted out my shitty liberal bourgeois head.
Verity, ladies and gentlemen, make some more noise. Who in here knows of a crew called the Spoken Herd? I'm glad you do. They're going to be starting doing a residency at the comedian scene. You should check that out. The reason you should check that out is one of them right now, Gramsky. Make some noise, please.
Oh, this is lovely, isn't it? Brighton, come on, make some noise. What are we saying? I'm buzzing, man. I've been buzzing here all day. So, yeah, if you know the Spoken Herd, then you know me. You know, I'm the type of guy who's like, yeah, give me a subject, and I'll freestyle about literally anything. But some things need to be written, man. You need to write some shit down. Last year, you guys were the biggest motivational kick up the arse for me to get this written, yeah? So this goes by the name of British Girls in Bangkok, and again, thank you so much for coming out, man. This has started off well. I once saw British girls in Bangkok wearing matching tank tops, Pissed as farts in an expat bar where they drank lots. Clinked glasses and sank shots, and all seemed keen to laugh about the ping pong show they just been to. I'm sure they saw a young Thai whore, a girl bound to a gang. A woman whose questions that are answered by the harshness of a backhand. Hard to grasp her dignity, simply she can't see hers. Forever lost in a blur of pervs and a shitty mist of belittling words. But as I sat and sipped my drink, I ignored the British girls near me. I was younger back then, like many young men, I didn't take it all too seriously. It's amazing just how much of a friend and a teacher a few years can be. I'm older now and I've grown so proud of the women that are so dear to me. From this exact moment in my life, and all the way back to its beginning, the strongest people that I have met have all been women. A bold statement to make. I'm not undermining my male mates, but if my life made a trail like the trails that snails make, I'd look back at a wide path of principles constructed by the morally invincible women that I've trusted, and my plan is to pass this path down to my kids to fight for women's rights in the blink of an eyelid. But the more I think about it now, the more the truth is gruesome. How those women saw that woman as a laughable half-human. Giggling girls who could have shown a little bit more heart and not seen another woman's body as the subject of their laughing stock. I've got a mother who was raised up in Liverpool. Nearly all her friends were married even before they had finished school, but mum got all political and used to rant and lecture how she, as a woman, should be free to see adventure. She worked and worked at shitty jobs and saved up cash for Italy. Moved there when she was 17 and loved its ancient history, learned the language, and she landed in shining street processions where she marched for peace, freedom of speech and anti-military aggression. A woman of affection and deep moral integrity. My mother's nature is the very definition of empathy. She underrates her intelligence and holds a character of modesty, but was a tough single mum who fought to raise her son properly. She moulded me to be me and not any other version. There is simply too much good to say about such a lovely person, and my mum's mum was born with this unique innate wit, an extremely proud woman who would never take any shit. Born with half a face masked by a large birthmark, but if people stared, she'd throw them scares and have a laugh when they gasped. And so many people in her path laughed and loved her heart because she was so human and never knew just how hilarious she was. Her glowing kindness never lost. She lived immersed in the philosophy that this life is not worth knowing without bestowing generosity. Never jaded by any of her life's harsh realities. Grew up in an orphanage, then worked in munitions factories during World War II. She stayed consistently true to herself and lovingly helped more than she ever knew. Wore the sunniest smile I will never forget and is still the funniest person that I've ever met. Plus, I must address my best friends, Becky and Leanne, two sisters who became my sisters in Vietnam. Usually I can funnel my feeling through a pen, but only the shine in my eyes can describe my love for them. They are rowdy and proudly dedicated to fun. On any grey, rainy day, those girls are my sun. And in this life of mine, sunshine is essential for those beams not once have been mean or judgmental. Radiated by their gentle and gorgeous personalities, a constant pulse of energy's been around me since they found me. Always trusted, never doubted me, and it is undoubtedly an absolute honour to be their brother and a friend. And this list could never end. And all of you could reel off at length all the women that you know with such profound human strengths, which is why there is no doubt in me when I say women are much stronger than they're always made out to be. The weight of humanity rests on the back of selfless mothers, while the weight of vanity smudges our magazine covers, where selfishness takes the shape of a woman in knickers, looking beautifully bland in her Photoshop pictures, which has left the men and women of the world obsessed with viewing women as sexual aspirational objects. And no one objects or protests, we just guess that we progressed. Women are living with the freedom to express the deep appeal of sex. Yes, yeah, where's the spotlight on their minds or intellect and the values of the women we all cherish and respect? Exterior beauty is truly appreciated when one's inner brightness is the light that elevates it. Confusingly, we have generated a blindness where sexiness at its highest is biasness wrapped in commercialised fake shit. We are living in a rigged game, and the rules of it won't change. If generation after generation think tits hold more power than brains, it will stay this way with no eventual finish. If not just men, but women judge another woman based entirely on her image, we're infected by this and need to think of a vaccine to positively react. I flash back to that scene where those girls sat in a dingy club and waited. Out came a young woman who stripped herself naked, forced by customers' demands to see ladies degraded. The British girls chuckled as she was humiliated. It's extremely complicated, this talk of women's rights, when so many women are members of the chauvinistic side. Equality is a mist, and we've no sight of what's sunny if British girls in Bangkok find ping pong so funny. Big up Brighton! Big up men, ladies, fucking everybody!
Isn't he awesome? He's one of my favourites, and he's so tall as well. What an excellent guy. He came to Poets MCs for the first time last year, and I'm super glad he's back. But now, enough of rappers. Would you call that rap, or would you call that posy? It's just so poetic, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It is, isn't it? Anyway, next up, we have got a guy who is quite literally the nicest man in the world. So if you are in this audience and you are a man and you know a man, this is the guy to aspire to. If you've been to Hammer and Tongue, you will know him. He is my co-host at Hammer and Tongue. He's a fucking excellent guy. Like Tom Hines, he's been at this event since the very, very beginning. Can you please welcome Michael James Parker?
Hello. We few. We happy few. We band of brothers and sisters, we riskers of life and limb, or at the very least of our pockets, our wallets, or our popular social standing for all that we believe in. We stand together. We asking questions in a land of the unquestioning. We questing while laureled heads are resting. We hosting as freely as guesting. We teaching when we've been instructed to be testing. We pointing out the ridiculous, not just pointless jesting. We switching off the TV, doing something more interesting. We deeply, communally, sustainably investing. We recognizing, honoring, counting and owning our own and each other's blessings. We stand together. We few. We happy few. We band of brothers and sisters. We resistors of manipulation. We facilitation assisters. We men, women and children of action, just getting on with our own revolution that will not be televised, will not be captured on iPhones and set loose on YouTube. This is it happening here. We are it. We stand together. We the music makers and we the dreamers of dreams, we the hopers, comedians and jubilee librarians, we free rangers, forest rangers, lone rangers, power rangers, mentors, mentees, mentalists and meant-to-bees, we sun-kissed, clenched fist, anarchist, activists, we cyclers, recyclers, free cyclers, menstrual cyclers, tree huggers, ear muggers, levelers and diggers, and all of society's constructors, deconstructors and reconstructors, lover, warrior, magician and our own blessed majesties. We stand together. Oh, yes, we few. We happy few. We band of brothers and sisters, we poets and masters of these amazing ceremonies, who heard in a furious flash the message and knew in that moment that we had the message to share. We stand together. We separated painfully at birth from the planet and sometime in childhood cut off from humanity, and as soon as we thought that we had it, split off from ourselves, half dreaming of heaven, half walking in hell, or 7 parts woman and 3 parts man, or 3/4 coping and 1/4 mad, while 8 out of 10 cats don't give a damn about the other 2. We cats do. We are the 99%. And what's more, we remember that story about the one lost sheep. We are looking out for you. We stand together. Thank you.
Mike Parker, make some noise, please. He was there when I dissed all the poets in the first ever Poets MCs. But right now we're going to bring some rappers on stage who are new to the rap team. You're going to give them a bit of a warm welcome, yeah? So It's our man Slam the Poet, ironically, and Kimmer, make some noise!
You are far too kind, very, very polite audience. It's actually really nice to have so many people to witness this friendly competition, because otherwise it would be way more intense. Because if you've ever seen people battle in the room on their own, it gets dark really quickly.
Okay, so yo, we're gonna do some freestyling, and we need. Can someone give me an object? Can you give me an object? Any object? A tambourine. Tambourine is the object. Right. Okay. Can you tell me a place? Can someone give me a place? Huh? Swindon! A tambourine in Swindon. And can someone tell me something that's happening with this tambourine in Swindon? Really sure. Huh? Fucking! We're fucking a tambourine in Swindon. Alright, let's do this.
So what? Swindon tambourines and fucking?
Swindon tambourines and fucking.
Jesus Christ. Right. So what we're going to try and do is, instead of just retreating to our mind, we're going to share with you a little story. We're going to rap a couple frees.
Swindon tambourines.
So Mr. Carell, ultimate MC of the night, would you please guest us? It's like yes we go from it's like yes we go when it's like yes we go.
One day I was just shaking a tambourine, walking around the street, I was living in a dream. I had my handful of ice cream, it was in Swindon. I'm thinking life's good, man, I'm fucking winning.
Nicely, it was a beautiful day with beautiful ways. I saw many beautiful brays and beautiful women. We was having a good time chilling, getting with some milk and some ice cream, so chilling.
I'm so happy, I turn the corner, people are fucking. It's hobos, man, this shouldn't happen, it's mucky, fucking dirty. Down in the garbage, I step back, I'm like, yo, I beg your pardon.
What the hell is going on in this garden? It's like some kind of orgy, so please call the 4D Ori. Please, what's going on? I don't know, is this some kind of frog some throwing on?
I'm not gonna lie, a part of me wanted to jump in and take my drum kit with that tambourine and just jump in, strumping, playing my trumpet, get a whole orchestra review but get humping.
But then I realized I didn't know a single guy, a woman at this party, so that would be rude, right? So I introduced myself, I was like, hi, my name is Slam, can I join and have a little jam?
Hi, my name is Slam, I'd like to slam dunk you. I've got moves that are better than Kung Fu. I've got some skunk too, you can blow my reefer and we can get a bit a little more than freakier.
And she was like, nah, I don't want you, please move away cause you fucking look like dumb dude. I was like, man, I don't need to be so rude, I'll fucking go in the kitchen, make myself some soul food.
So I sat in the kitchen fucking eating my ice cream, thinking Swindon's rackets, not surprising. Yeah, at the moment I'm thinking raining cats and dogs, man, storm clouds forming lightning.
And then I check my pocket, oh no, it's going melting. What's going on? I thought I can hide some ice cream felting. What's going on now? I got a soggy pocket and a fucking soggy wallet needs a fucking box to rocket.
Anyway, soggy pocket, get the laptop out. I've gone and fucked it, man, and me and my fucked mouth. What the shit is am I about to spout? And I'm seeing these people having a good time letting it out.
So now I'm thinking, man, this party's weird. There's fucking people fucking and there's no beer. There's not even a punch, so where is the punchline? Might call my boy up low, yo, do you wanna run right?
He's like, nah, man, just chilling in the whip. Can you not get out the little another whip?
That sounds like the sickest shit. You got some butter piff, maybe we can run with and go through like the one click.
I was like, yeah, he's on a better vibe, so I'll kick this party, man, I'll try to stay alive.
So we was just chilling in the whip and we was feeling, having a nice time. Fuck the kitchen, we was chilling in the kitchen, have a nice time. From the fucking kitchen to the ceiling, it's like, yes, so fuck the orgy, have a better time cause they bore me. Fuck the orgy, yes, you know they bore me. Fuck the orgy, have a better time cause they bore me. They bore me, they bore me, they bore me cause we roaring.
Fuck Swindon.
Fuck Swindon.
I'm from Oxford, so fuck Swindon 100%.
Chemistry and Slam with Carell. What the fuck? How awesome was that? This is a thing that rap has that poetry doesn't. They can work together. Unfortunately, if you're a poet, self-harming as a group just isn't that cool. It's tricky. We're just not group players. It ruins the mystique of the self-loathing we so love. You ken what I mean? I know, it's awful. If anyone wants to get down to some nasty shit later, we can call it rap, we can call it whatever you want. Or do it together, that's the main thing. But next up, a poet. Are you ready for the most upbeat, imaginatively vigorous, flowing, locked, young, energetic poet of your lives. Could be awkward then. Please welcome Robin Lawley!
Hello. Someone's drunk already. I know that some of you are a bit excitable. That's definitely not my fault. I'm here as the antidote. If anyone's not been to Swindon, it's not an ideal place for a romantic holiday. From personal experience, I would definitely recommend Chichester. Had a lovely time, yeah. I'm kind of worried if I'm just going to really bring down the mood here, because this is vaguely serious in places, and I'm sorry about that. I really didn't think that through. I came here hideously ill-prepared. Let's find out. This is called Je suis pas Charlie. So, yeah, you can tell already it's going to be a barrel of laughs. Je suis pas Charlie. If the choice being offered is between gun-toting lunatics and their victims who dressed up racism as satire, I am neither. Je suis pas Charlie. There's not that much French in it. While I mourn for the dead as much as I do most fatalities I hear about on the news... Oh, that's a bit shit. It's usually the depth of my reaction. I'm not very good at collective grief. I remember when I heard Diana had died in that tunnel. By the time I saw the hysterical news coverage, I was already convinced that I no longer care. At all. I'm no more Charlie than I am any of the Norwegian youths killed by Anders Breivik, because we all remember Roald Dahl being contacted by Ouija board to posthumously apologise on behalf of the nation. Every observing Christian collectively gathered to profess their shame at what had been done in their defence. And there was much wailing, rending of garments and gnashing of teeth. Oh, how fondly I recall when Tony Blair became Catholic and held himself responsible for the IRA, priests with a fondness for choir boys. The entire nation of the Philippines offered a collective crucifixion by way of a penance for the Crusades and the Inquisition. I'm not surprised if it doesn't ring any bells. It didn't get much coverage in the media that demands, where is the outrage? And then doesn't show it because it doesn't fit the narrative about the Muslim other. A thinly veiled caricature enabling stereotypes to be resurrected under the banner of free speech. How can it be racist if Islam isn't a race? Yet somehow you manage it. So now the responsibility of the actions of 1 billion other people could be yours if you recite La ilaha illallah wa Muhammad Rasulullah. If you all recite that 3 times, I'll have converted the lot of you. You could get a drone with your name on it. I'm not in favour of the death penalty for racists. The March for England would be a very different day out. Mais non, je suis pas Charlie. Thank you.
Robin Lawley, let's have a bit more noise, please. Another Poets vs MCs original. But I think we should make it a bit more interesting, I think, perhaps. You guys ready? See, John Clark right here, who we're going to invite on next. No relation to Michael Clark of the Poets. I was trying to fish. There is no relation, no.
Do you know something peculiar, right? My dad's called Michael Clark. His dad is called John Clark. So it's a peculiar thing, right? I'm his parent, he's my parent. It's a parent.
It's a loop, mate. It's a closed loop. I watched Predestination recently. Yeah, it's the same thing. Anyway, right, this guy, I freestyle a lot of people. It's Slip Jam, that's what I do, yeah? This guy is the only guy who makes me go, what the fuck are you doing, John? What the fuck are you doing? He's going to do that for you guys now because I don't think many people have seen what John is capable of. So I reckon this is the time to set the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, John Clark.
I'd like to call up Rosie Carrick just to challenge my ass with some literature. I'd like all those books you got there on your person, please, lady.
Say books.
Basically, I just wanted, I called up a bunch of poets. So I was like, I want you to bring me some racy, questionable literature tonight. And I'm going to try and convert it up into something before your eyes. Fuck, this goes back miles. I can actually see all the people in here. Fucking big up poets versus MCs, man. Can I just hear the noise from the front to the back? This is huge. This is massive. All right, let's set it off then. Carell, give me a beat, please. What we got, Rosie?
We're going to start off with the Tao of Jeet Kune Do.
The Tao of Jeet Kune Do. That's some Bruce Lee business. All right. Turn it round this way. Well, let's spit a phrases. Isn't it great? Can we pick up the pace? Can you turn it up? To obtain enlightenment in a martial art means extinction of everything, which obscures the true knowledge. And that's real life. It makes me feel nice when at the same time it implies boundless expansion. And indeed the emphasis should fall not on the cultivation of the particular department, which merges in the totality, but rather on the totality that enters and unites in that particular department. I finished where I started. Now this train is departed. Give me the next book. What you got for the hook? I'm spitting with the literature, the little rhythm of words, and it's a bit of a blur, but the shit'll disperse. Give me your words. What's next?
We got one of my favourites, Sigmund Freud, 3 essays on the theory of sexuality, sadism and masochism.
That's great. Can you turn it my way so I can read words up on the page? Oh yeah. Touching and looking. A certain amount of touching is indispensable in all events sexual before the normal sexual aim can be attained. It's off of the brain, and everyone knows what a source of pleasure beyond measure on one hand, what the influx of excitation of the other is afforded by tactile sensation of the skin, and it's sorted in an orgy shit so that lingering over the stage of touching and fucking and lips when they're sucking can largely be counted as perversion. I'm the most determined person, bringing the next surge for the surgeon as a server works, then as I bring it into a whirlwind that I'm curving. Yeah, when I spit in with the literature, I bring the rhythm of words, but it's a bit of a blur. All the people, are you into it? When I get literal, when I just spit the shit, come on. What you got for me?
Okay.
Drop it free.
You've seen the film, have you read the book? J.G. Ballard's Crash.
All right. Okay, I'll start from there. It's kind of strange, but of these little words I am aware. Strangely, our sexual acts when moving across the lovely treasure map. In your head is a rap. I took place only within my automobile and all your body and feel. I tell you that's on the real. And in the large bedroom of her rented house, I jumped up on her spouse and I had her on the couch. I wasn't able even to mount an erection. I'm so sorry, I'm not much of a gentleman. And Helen herself would become argumentative as I descended with my sexual shit and remote, talking endlessly about the more boring aspects of sexuality. Once together in my car with the crowd in traffic lanes, I'm sorry, I have to abstain. Thank you, people. Spoken heard. Cheers, Carell.
John Clark! What about that? John Clark reading some saucy shit. I think this night has paid for itself already. But just as an extra, can you please welcome to the stage the most dishevelled, wonderful, oddball, gluing his teeth back into his head poet that you have ever seen. High, shooting up pale ale, even as we speak, Chris Parkinson!
I'm not entirely sure what I was supposed to be doing with my teeth. I think I'm growing them back into my head. Ladies and gentlemen, is there anybody here in the audience who shudders when they see an apostrophe used in the wrong place? Is there anybody here who will patiently or impatiently point out to their friends when they're using one of the 3 words that are pronounced there incorrectly? This one's for you guys. It's called The Day the Grammar Nazis Seized Power. First, they came for the grocers. But I did not speak up, for I was not a grocer. It started gently. Humorous, shareable images on your favourite social networking site, advising you what P's and Q's are and how to mind them. Another minority movement at first, the Grammar Nazis, pounding the streets on weekends and bank holidays in those ridiculous uniforms speckled in silver punctuation. They became a token presence at council elections. The Telegraph took up their cause wholeheartedly, but we never saw them as anything more than a joke, like well-organised metric martyrs, until the night of shattered syntax. Then they came for the dyslexics. But I did not speak up, for I was not a dyslexic. We woke to a nightmare. The Prime Minister, already beleaguered after misspelling economics, vanished overnight. And to my horror, Middle England rallied to their cause, upturning clumsy billboards outside cafes, colossal hoardings depicting the 3 theirs and how to use them. And the elite forces, the terrifying interrobangs, black-clad, booted and precise, ran heavy-handed through diaries and letters. Offenders disappeared to the east for forcible re-education. Reproduction was forbidden until a spelling license was provided. Folk heroes wore shining iron dictionaries on lapel. Online comment sections were the worst hit. Every cloud. Those who dared went underground, scraping existence on scraps of meat from butchers who refused to toe the line. The occasional foray with spray can, dotting propaganda with misplaced apostrophes. But we were a dying breed. In schools, the harsh tip-tap of the youth division, edgy semicolons with spelling bees to prove it, turning in their parents when they slipped up on the shopping list. Dialect was the next to go. Swathes of northerners proudly hanging on to e's and thys were rounded up, sent to the basement at the OED, where they pushed hot metal for eternity. If you want to imagine the future, picture a red pen darting over lines of manuscript, searching for a stroke of ink that sets you at odds with the truth forever. And I sit, curfew gathering behind the curtains, tipping my archives into the grate. Poems, letters, stories too dangerous to retain. Yet sentimentality is my undoing tonight. A death warrant in top pocket. A love note from times of yore. Too precious for the flames. Not your you are, but your possessive. You're wonderful. A note in slanting youthful hand from the good old days. Papery gilt crackles in pocket, and the thunderous boots of interrobangs ascend the stairs and head for my door.
A bit more noise, please, I think. He might not want me to say, but what you need to know, you know that film Tusk? That's his hoax that sorted all that shit out. He's a strange chap. I think it's time now for probably my favourite rapper in Brighton to get on stage. Also a new debut. So please... I said favourite rapper in Brighton, because get on stage now. Bobby Johnson, make some noise, please.
How we feeling, Brighton? Good?
Right, I'm going to do a little something for you. First time I've ever done a cappella, so let's do this. Right. So we are messengers from different sides, different lives, doing God's dirty work on seventh day. Sabbath fade into memories. Angels' cries written into melodies. Wings clip jealousy or the freedom. Shackled to the reason that no one knows. Treason if you oppose. Slap with the Bible I despise. They impose. Tell me lies I dispose. Crooked guys who butcher cries get to write what you know. No. Fuck hypocrisy, I'm looking for democracy. Religion tears a land into two. It's indoctrinacy. Not everyone believes in your backward ways, please. You're telling me I'll burn because I'm fucking gay. Okay, well I'd rather burn for my so-called sins than never give you people the satisfaction of giving in, fitting in. Rather live in sin and be myself than be under the control of another man's belt. And listen, mate, my body, soul, and mind is mine. Not yours to procreate. I decide my motherfucking fate. Oh, kill a rapist, spill a rapist blood. Because they'll never get no proper time for the crime. Damn, the system's fucked. From the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top. But it's like we've forgotten because we hold the system up. And we're acting like we need them more than they need us. Placing all our trust and acting so surprised when they do us from behind. Fucked. And many years ago, I was sculpted to something I don't know. My soul was sold to a lie, a deception on my intersection, nurtured my neglection and its trivial perception of my worth. And now I'm rediscovering my birth. Born again into a realm of rediscovery. I'm the motherly figure of troubled, disfigured amputees, missing a part of yourselves that you struggle to see. I nurture with tools to rebuild and help you build on the beauty I see. In the core of your being, your soul you'll be freeing. Lucidly dreaming, controlling the seasons. You are your creator, and you are so much greater than anything that negative energy conjures up and forces you to be. See for the first time. See with your own eyes. Be in your own mind and break down the barriers. Be the carrier of knowledge, pass it on. And if these words reach your heart, then damn man, this is your song. And we've been beaten down, rooted to the ground, gun placed to the head. Don't make a sound. We lost the profound, chased by the hound. Baskervilles deadly howls in the distance. Echoing around the marshland, swallowed by the vast hands, drag us to despair, hard to breathe, block our lungs like a harsh brand of cigarette smoke by the ton. We old but we young, grown cold to the sun. The rays don't reach us, the past don't teach us. We're standing here gassing, but still we are speechless. And fuck all these creatures that make us so peaceless, disturbing our energies and rip us to pieces. Feed us to wolves, we're tricked and we're fooled, controlled and we're ruled till we're old and we're bald, clawed and we're mauled, left with scars from the jewels, sword of Excalibur, penetrating our walls. Flesh lining, perfect timing. I'm finished with this shit now, man, I'm done rhyming. Thank you very much. Big up yourself, Brighton's Poets versus MCs. Thank you very much.
Bobby fucking Johnson! Isn't she amazing? What a fucking awesome way to end the first section, because that is the end of the showcase round of this night. So let me tell you, now we are going to have a strict 15-minute break, so pretend it's 10 and then it'll actually be 15. And then we are going to come back and we are going to have the ciphers.
Make some noise, please. We got my man Tiny on the stage, DJing. Remember that song? Woo! If you remember. Oh shit, we got a load of rappers up. Let's do this shit. Yo. Yo, we're gonna open the mics, gonna see some showman side. This is it, I go inside. Both the minds who are the hip-hop heads, the rest is poetry. This is it, I know the leaf cause I know the tree, the branching. I can do this cause there's no demanding. We get on stage and we can't stand things that don't go in our repertory. Get on beat or get to your scene where it's all quiet and you get a tea. Yo, so that's what I'm gonna say, most props. You wanna do this shit, open your gob, go what?
Yeah, most prob, open my gob, see my dentures, yeah, come here. I won't wreck you, I'll just take your hand, pat you politely on the back. Say you've got a really proper hat, then borrow that and run off into the distance laughing manically. Yeah, come through, I bet got a vow for my sanity, yeah. Old school people will get that. Apart from the people who didn't know us, which was everyone except that. So anyway, continue with my flow. Come through, got no problems until I go home. And then my toilet makes a really high-pitched whining sound. Yeah, everybody flees the room when I'm around. Yeah, my farts make a violent sound. Like Byron poem sound. I don't know what I'm saying, so I'll pass it on. Yeah, I think today you've heard the last of
This is Slip Jam killing it, a hammer and tongue. It's a big gang bricking up some arrogant chumps. It goes click bang, then we watch you panic and run. Yo, to sit back and watch how it's actually done. Yo, it's Slip Jam. Yo, acting the big man on stage, about to kick it like a tin can. Rappers misunderstood like Islam. That's the way we do it. Yo, you know how I spit, fam.
We only spit 4-bar passing. Freestyles off the top of the dome. I think you're asking the question. This is all spawned from the top of the cerebellum. Canadian ahead of the rest of them.
Yo, it's been a while since I stepped to stage. Put my words in place or putting my pen in page. Fact is though, I ain't got a name, so all you wanna call me is Mr. McRae.
Yeah, rest in peace to Bill Hicks. Nobody brought us celerity. No people come and go, we all die's eventuality. I'm not trying to bring you down, I'm just chatting about reality.
Yo, it's straight up. Take brick. Sorry, Burke's murder. Man, the mic's gone. Motherfucking don't coming on, passing it on 4-bar pass. Pass it to this prick. Sick gimmick, man. You can suck my dick, prick.
Like linguistics that be mad peaceful. Why this guy is acting evil? I'm on top of the steeple, kicking it like people. We all peaceful when I'm going like straight. Yes, I got the needle to the vinyl.
Fucking head of the pinhead. A jank bin skanking in the pinhead. I sell your soul, I'm blue like a Cenobite. A hug but don't get in a fight tonight. Pass it to
we're
the
gonna
right.
be live for you tonight. We can utilize the 2 good mics to do this shit. We do it right. Everyone get on stage here and use your mind.
More philosophy and patience, and with no time to play this. Results must be more with the next great expectations, cause eventually I aim to reach no longer contagious, but be real. Some sickers be thinking that they can fake this.
Hey yo, 4 bars, you want some bars? 4, about to flip it like parkour, man. We keep it hardcore. Yo, that's it. You on the dance floor. Yo, you want some rapping? You wanna ask for more?
Only 4 bars to express myself like Madonna. I'm a plonker rapping at your concert. Long words longer than an anaconda. Hello, it's John dropping like a fucking Lancaster bomber.
Yo, 4 bars, but there's many sheep, and I'm just spitting bars in my sleep on repeat, writing about bananas for days or weeks till it fucking splits this. Come on, who else wanna fucking spit this?
What you doing with my fruit there? Or how will you do there? How would you dare? I got a grapefruit, yeah. Could you put the beat back on while I respond? Throw it into the crowd and they have to respond. Come on.
Yo, 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 that's it in your heads. You need to freestyle new sense. I want you to meet the 2 veg or the 2 fruit. What we do now is we move a Rubik's Cube. Only you guys knew.
Yo, if you didn't know, I'm straight high, call me the other guy. I take a tote, big smoke. On that, no blowback. On your fucking case, like Theodore Kojak.
Yo, it's the rap loser. Oh, rappers, we pack shooters. No, I pack Satsumas. Man, I'm talking bananas and apples, bananas and pears. Yo, you don't want to battle.
Shout out if you're getting crushed in the crowd. I'd like to get in bed and crush fucking girls aloud. Yes, passed it on. Fucking that's it, I'm done it, I'm fucking gone.
MC versus the poet. Everybody shout, yeah, yeah, you know it. Yo, MC versus poet. If you're out there, scream, yeah, yeah, you know it.
Yo, motherfucker, I'm moving faster. I don't need to gain energy by eating a banana. I feel astonished. Man, I'm gonna munch this orange at the same time I can handle a rap battle eating an apple, yo. Yo, it's like I stutter when I talk. So when I stutter when you walk, I say fuck you, that's all. And guess what? My name is Mr. McRae. Fact is, fuck you though if you call me gay.
Hello everybody at the Concord 2. You see, right now we're gonna drop for you. We come off the top every time we drop. Just like a bottle top, celebrate like Molotov.
Yo, straight fallacy. I'm fighting the Titan like call me motherfucking Guardian of the Galaxy. Man, they wanna stop me, G. 4-bar pass, man, who's next to me? C.
Spitting a little quicker. I don't need to talk about a finger on the trigger. Nah, man, cause I've never been on the stage that's bigger. So hold up, 1 second, let me take a picture. Say cheese.
Hold up a second, this freestyle's awesome. Yes, this banana looks about in proportion. Oh my lord, mate, I've got bananas. Here we go together, and who is next?
Flux with the drama.
Hey yo, my name's Flux, man. I just do rapping. Shout out to Gramsky, he just does bragging. Yo, I'm up in the C2, got a sea view, and all of you, I can see you.
Adapt to the beat like a blade of grass. Someone in the crowd, give me my grapefruit back. Oh please, I really want to finish it in a second. I reckon I put it in my mouth and then I ate it.
Thanks, Gramsky, that's a glowing endorsement. If you want it to look like me, you'll have to peel off the foreskin. Yeah, my rapping's real, we threw the orange at you. That's now you know we have appeal.
I'm a cynic in my lyrics, sorry to be so specific. I'm the law team spirit, but a religious critic opinionated. You will hear it, Caucasian, white, British. Dropping bars as six balloons, you're wet, now reach a minute.
Let it fit in. Man, you give me some sort of penicillin. Get me kind of adding sort of the dosage. Coming out with weird shit, it's like hypnosis. Taking it over, now I pass it to you. Cause I'm the weird sort of man that doesn't know what to spew.
Don't know what to spew, I don't know what to do. I was given a mic right here at the Concord 2, where everybody, they're just chucking at me grapefruits. I'm like, what the fuck, should we juice it, make some juice?
Oh. Can I get a shout for Tiny?
What?
Yo, man, you must be crazy. Me and the fam are like Sri Lanka. Christmas Day, all wavy. That's all gravy. I don't want to know with the bisto, yo, so I pass it on.
Yo, it's not gravy, it's grape juice. Yo, I'm just coming on the stage like Jesus. Why do we even need a grapefruit when a grape is a grapefruit?
You didn't come for the poets, you know it. You didn't come for the poets, you know it. So shout out everyone and shout out Strictly Business out in the fucking house.
Yo, sit down, we on the planet. Rock the granite, man, I wanna palm me granite. But actually, I'll settle for some grapefruit, that'd be great, dude. Hey, thanks, mate, that's great too.
Everyone's like, Gramsky's really good at that rap shit, but look, I'm multi-talented. Whoop! Slapstick. Whoa! Call me the comedy! Make some fucking noise properly! Whoa, whoa! Freestyler up inside, my man Harry, let's go!
Yo, check! Yo! See, I rapped last year and I'm only 15, but last year it turned out I was only 14. My main man Heinz got me here so I can make you scream, let me hear!
Yeah! Rapping to Brighton to Swindon. Better believe Concord is my fucking system, the wisdom. Yes, I hit with precision. You don't know, I don't need no physician. Yes, and who's gonna step up and rap? Yes, a really nice guy, I fucking know this chap. Yeah, give him up, make some noise, so I slap.
Elevating energy. Coming up with the rhythm and the energy to let it free with the sort of style. Needs to reverse with this hearse cause I don't know for a while. Why this man really leaving it be? Sorry man, Mr. Ben, can you come and see?
Yo, I've heard you launching really fucking loudly, so everybody now get a little bit rowdy. Let's get grooving, everyone get moving. Mind you be losing, never be refusing.
Yo, I come to keep it real. Got mental scars like the physical body of Seal. Yeah, I come to kill. Straight back, chill, man. It's full fucking nil.
Yo, this is an art you can prove. We're doing this shit because we're starting for you. If you don't believe what we're starting with our crew, I will throw a fucking banana at you.
Yo, try this for an experiment. See if it's relevant. At the same time, I keep it hip hop. I spit hot, show a lot of love whilst I'm chewing on lollipops. Motherfucker, someone catch my last chub.
I'm very sorry, Heinz got violent while spitting this. He just thought you needed to get a little bit of vitamins. So we be kicking this free, it's a litany. See, we be doing this free every day. See?
Yeah, sometimes I freestyle when I get the words wrong. Look at all the people, that's a Blur song. Yeah, I don't care if you don't like me, I'll fuck off in my DeLorean back to the 90s.
Hey yo, and we're rapping and we're carving things. Thank God no one slipped on this banana skin. Man, that would be comical. Yo, it's probable you end up in hospital and that ain't optional.
Doctor, this the rap recipe. Told you in for a little bit of therapy. Call me the chemistry. Bop your heads to the sound of the slip down melodies. You getting me?
For the battle I'll be nice today. We're bringing this shit, it's the 5 a day. You've already got the raspberries and the apples. Should we stop this and get into the battle? Make some noise for all the people on stage.
Big up Tiny on the fucking decks.
Should we have the battle now? I think there's been Sorry, is that... Sorry.
That's all right, darling.
So basically, there's 2 nights. This is what you need to know now everyone's here. There's Hammer and Tongue. Who knows of Hammer and Tongue? Make some noise, please.
The next Hammer and Tongue is on Thursday, the 5th of February.
It is a spectacular
Come
night.
to it.
It is honestly the best talent in poetry. Well, like spoken word poetry, not like proper poetry.
It's the good shit.
And then we have Slip Jam. So come down, Slip Jam. We've been going 15 years, a little bit longer than slam poetry's even existed. So
is it 15? That's gone up a bit. I thought it was 13. Hammer and Tongue's been going for 12 years.
15, Rosie. You are our little
typical man,
little
always
brother.
aiming up. Anyway, shall we get down to business?
Yes.
So, the first round of this competition, the Poets started. Last year, the Poets also started the battle round. So this year, the rappers are going to start off the battle round.
Is that how it's going?
Uh-huh.
Let me just check out. I ain't even paying attention.
They've made a list. Tom has become remarkably organised this year. It's very
God
disturbing.
knows what's happened to me, Rosie.
I don't know.
But I have got to...
I thought I gave him an extra 5 minutes before, thinking he'd never be finished on time, and he was.
Shit. We have a guy up who is also from the spoken herd. You haven't seen him yet tonight. He's been smuggled in. His name is Benjamin. I hope you guys are going to give him a warm welcome. Benjamin, make some noise.
Yo, what's up, you lovely, beautiful, amazing people, you, yes. I am Benjamin, I'm a representative of the spoken herd, like Heinzie says. If you like the freestyling you've seen tonight, our gigs are completely freestyled. So 12th of February at the Comedian, we got a gig. But first I got to start off by thanking Michael James here, because I actually started off doing Hammer and Tongue and Youth Poets versus MCs, and that's how I met these guys. And they opened up my mind to a whole other type of writing or rhyming. And poetry, rap, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same without a beat, I reckon. But we can do something that these guys can't, so I'm going to talk about that. Okay. So our words flower beautifully, empowered musically, freestyling truthfully, alive to make euphony. Euphony. Do any of you poets know what that word is? Euphony? No? Well, it means beautiful sound, you worthless wordsmiths. So our words flower beautifully, empowered musically, freestyling truthfully, alive to make euphony. My, what a lunacy, the love and unity you can find in Brighton's hip-hop community. We're in touch with our zen, and we feel a connection. You get judged out of 10 and have to deal with rejection. With points taken off when you're over time limits, but we come off the top, so our rhymes are infinite. Buy an overpriced wine to try enjoy your evening of just listening to each other whine about feelings, about how your heart's bleeding, but now it is healing, and 80% with a hairline receding. I'll give you 3 reasons why rap beats poetry. 1, we don't all think our poo-pongs of popery. 2, our audience reciprocation physically and vocally, so you see that 3 is we connect with people more emotionally. Our interactive rapping make the crowd go wild, amazed with a maze of crazy freestyle. And when we get a mic, it gets set alight down at the Prince Albert on a Wednesday night. You find the love we need down at Slip Jam B, where the crowd bounce around like some chimpanzees. At Hammer and Tongue, you'll be paying a fee, but like the bars we spit, Slip Jam be free. And you should have seen the other week with Normanton Street. They were banging the beats. We were jamming it sweet to people's come first and shimmy, shimmy, yay. None of us did writtens. We were killing it, mate. See, with a large beat, a heartbeat synchronized. Bring the vibe alive whenever we improvise. Think that it's lies, you can see it in our eyes. Looking like a guy who might be highly hypnotized. Or maybe just connected with some members of the spirit. In tune with our brain waves, assembling lyrics. Flowing freely through the thoughts to find the one and pick it. Mind traveling speeds of 1,000 words a minute. So you see that coming off the cuff, it is a state of consciousness, of being at one with everything, if within you got the love. So when I met this crew, I knew from what they could do that they lived the good life, and of heart they were true. First I met the spoken herd. They jam and people go berserk, been known to give your cornucopia emotion blur. They taught me how to flow with words and put my mind in overwork. If not for them, I'd not be Ben and I'd never have wrote this verse. It was Tej, the man of peace, he taught me how to be free. Instead of rapping about weed, how about the flowers and bees? But the ones who made me, well, they come in 3. And 2 of those members are on Team MC. We got Gramsky with a mad freeze that is standardly enormous. Jonathan with the noggin of a human thesaurus. God Daddy Hines, yes, he be the one who taught us. And Gizmo with the lingo that be keeping it raucous. And bossing's not a problem if your name be Bobby Johnson, whose bars and flows are harder than the blows of Charlie Bronson. The best MC of yet to be is definitely chemistry, and Richard paints a picture of light the which you've never seen. If they're laughing with the rapping, it most probs be Adam, and Slam the poet man, your poetry slam, he would be smashing. So I don't mean to be mean, but poets see with this team, we have epitomization of what that word means. And if you ever ask me why I MC, I use my hand, not a stand, with a M-I-C. Let one start flowing as we get lively, cause my heart starts glowing when it's them I see. You get given a crowd and you're all me, me, me. Well, we'll flip that M around and turn it into a we. Cause with you and me, we'll make unity. So big up if like us you're repping one love and peace. And if any of you ever think of rapping or poetry, why don't you come and join the guys whose minds have been freed? But it doesn't even matter. You're all already MCs. Because we are one with everyone. So you're part of our team. Peace.
Just because something's free doesn't mean it's good quality. So speaking about the rap-poet divide, unlike him, I do mean to be mean. And if we're talking about rejection, we're talking about whining about your feelings, we're talking about writing about smoking weed. Who was here last year? This is a poem I've written for Spliff Richard. Spliff Richard says he's been flitting between the rap and poetry scenes since forever. But it was only last year he revealed that this internal dichotomy has nothing to do with his style of delivery and everything with the particular ilk of his character. On the one hand, as I'm sure you all noticed, after years of competing at Poets MCs, he only condescended to write a piece for the battle round when he was galvanized by the searing despair of not being picked for the poetry team. And that, my friend, is the affliction we share, the dreamy, seething, fertile pain of the poet. On the other hand, only a male rapper could have an ego so big as to begrudge a teenager new on the scene and keen to get involved taking his place on the team for 1 year, and only a male rapper would strut back on stage anyway, beating his chest self-righteously like he truly believes he's the Nelson Mandela of the spoken word world, or Patrick Swayze at the end of Dirty Dancing, up at the front, confusedly announcing, "I always do the last dance of the season. But this year, somebody told me not to." Yes, Patrick, it was your employer. Your employer who fired you because you were fucking the guest's underage daughter. And yes, of course, the situation's different in Spliff's case. For a start, he's probably too impotent from weed to fuck anyone at all, underage or not. But really, Rick, blazing out here like a freedom fighter, battling for the right to liberate your speech. Yes, just your speech, not Tommy's or AP's or Michael's or Verity's, just your own really important speech from what you name our cliquey elitist poetry team, which had dropped the one member not to write a new piece in years in favour of two new faces. Do you even know what the phrase cliquey elitism means, or has your spliff-based paranoia rewritten your dictionary? It's not just everything you in particular have not been picked to be part of. Though, on the subject of last year's battle rap, credit where it's due, it was the one piece you've ever written which doesn't have the exact same content as everything else in your repertoire. So congratulations on that, at least, because honestly, on the whole, sitting through one of your shows feels like watching a sloth's laboriously coxed and woefully malnourished, speed-drenched sperm drying at length on the Soulmates page of an issue of The Guardian edited by Russell Brand. Yeah, I know some people love what you do, but it's not because you're a decent poet. It's because you only parrot the views everybody already agrees with. You do it in public, throw in some rhymes, produce the effect of passion and call it a poem. I call it second-rate, out-the-packet, safe as houses, pseudo-political whining, and I've had enough of it. So stick with the rappers. You fit right in with them. And amongst that lot, the crap you write could almost sound intelligent. And in the meantime, if poetic rejection cuts you to the quick so severely, then instead of just bitching back like a baby, check your own behaviour. I don't know, be more proactive. Smoke less weed, get out of bed before 4 in the evening and focus on actually developing something decent in the wider world with your writing, because I doubt last year's exclusion would have cut you so to the core if this weren't literally the only gig a year that you get booked for. Welcome to the opposition, my friend.
Rosie Carrick! I'm not sure if it's obvious who she was talking about. So let me explain who she was talking about. Has anyone been to more than 2 Poets versus MCs? So you know the biggest cheer on the poetry side every single year he was on it. May I introduce my man, Spliff Richard, king, poet, turned rapper.
I am very fucking flattered to have Rosie put all that effort into burning me in front of people. One retort, the stoner infertility thing. Bob Marley, most famous stoner in the world. 11 children. Yeah, but, you know, whatever. Cool. So, some of you may have gleaned through Rosie's very subtle metaphor that I have a lot of green in my diet. And as such, I find the whole concept of battle rapping pretty difficult. And also, I've been here a couple of times before, so I'm running out of people to pick fights with. But then so I had a little think, and then I figured there's one more person that I can burn. So, yeah. Sorry. After... Sorry, Rosie really threw me, man. So, someone else who wants to step up and I can, like, totally kill this entire atmosphere and go after you guys, man. Is that... Somebody want to step up? Shit, Harry. Thank you to Harry for saving me, man.
First of all, I'm not going to diss any of them because I don't even know them. But instead, I'm just gonna freestyle about something else. Yo. Rappers using words as if it's weaponry. Yo guys, I don't believe that you're getting me. My feelings are dragging me down as if it gravity. But now it's hard to explain my feelings erratically. But the fact is you may not like me. The fact is you may not like me, may not Skype me, may not call me. But the fact is I don't care this morning. I woke up to find my girl cheating on me. Well, I was like, fuck you, I'm an MC. I'll come here today to express my feelings, but it looks like she already did. Yo, trust the way I walk, I talk, I walk, and I don't smoke. Literally, that's no joke. I've got to be out of here by 7:30, or my mum would probably beat me to 11. Yo, I'm only 15 years old. I got up here on my own and freestyle like I'm a gold. This girl, nah, she dissed us, and now we're gonna say fuck you. Yo, I say a lot of fuck you too, and I don't really give a shit what you think of me too. All my life, being called fat, being called gay, just cause my mum's a lesbian, mate. Don't you forget, we live in Brighton, the place where we feel like freedom and lighten. Well, guess what? I come in to do writtens. Fuck it, I'll do spritting instead. Nice.
Make some noise! My boy Harry, his mum's outside, wants to pick him up, yeah? So make some fucking noise!
Hello. Hello. All right. So like, I'm really fucking drunk. But also, I'm quite fucking passionate. Listen to me. I want to take this moment not to attack the rappers or the poets or anyone. I just want to make a genuine attack on everything that exists. Okay? Shut up. And this is for communism, and this is for the goddess Eris, who rules over you all, the goddess Eris, Discordia of chaos. Listen, dress. Rather than angling up my problems to stand on the same people who are on this stage myself, I'll take this opportunity to attack more or less everything in the world. Poetry can be nothing if not self-critical. I keep waking up and walking out into the dark. And as I'm walking out into the dark, the sun comes up behind me, and the sun is a fucking bruise. Remember what happened in 2010? We were all just sitting there, sitting around lazily posturing about things getting worse, when all of a sudden every good throat was clenched by something so disgusting, nonsensical, so dark and unbreathable, everybody stopped masturbating. All sex crimes were abolished. All sex acts were so insipidly inspirational, like Whale Song played on repeat by East End yuppies and creative types. Ever since 2010, I found myself waking up and staring into the mirror, listening to the North Korean national anthem over and over again, trying to summon up some new national public identity. Perhaps I'm being a bit sentimental, but I've lived here for 35 years now, and nothing seems to change. All I've learned is that language is more and more a conservative fashion inspired only by the passing of feces into abstraction. There's no point in moderating the value of one art form over another. Yeah, there's no point in moderating one art form over another. There's no point if the value of one art form over another is nothing but the values it intakes, the same social distinction and characteristics that turned surrealism into a series of pretty pictures on the walls of colonialists. You remember that moment, the same bitumen, the same hierarchy that censored Shakespeare, the same noxious gas they called Margaret Thatcher as they dragged her through the streets to her dying bed. And we are glad she is dead. We put her in her grave. We wanted her to die over and over again. She was the same thing as Cthulhu. The trouble is that with all this fucking whale song, Upworthy, etc., your life, etc., inspiration, etc., creativity, etc., you can barely hear yourself thinking. It might be that the coercing powers in your mind are a complex of arrangements of happening ferociously on a purge, agonizing the hungry points in your mind which aren't existing at this specific point. We are all glad Margaret Thatcher is dead. We summon her. We summon her from her grave. All at once I think that organisms are a single gelatinous glue, fiscal, discriminating public attention, right down to a severity, prosaic, everyday pamphlet that we can cohere to. For one day a year, every year, we will celebrate the death of Margaret Thatcher. It will be like a public holiday. Every worker in the country will celebrate her death. They will feel it breathing through their soul. They will feel it coming up through their lungs. Their blood will become redder and redder, their abstraction more and more angry, until we've detached ourselves, whether or not include ruin. I want to say no. I want to say this is the October Revolution. I want to say that I am mad, that I perhaps have a problem, that perhaps this is the North Korean national anthem going round and round in my head for the rest of my life. Anything I can do to piss them off. The way they say, fuck all competition forever. I want to destroy all competition forever. Any way I could say I would piss them off. Full communism now. Fuck all competition forever.
Verity, make some more noise! Now, it's much maligned freestyling, but the best thing is if you get to a point you make it, you can stop. That's what I'm saying. So, there's been lots of talk about defectors and blah, 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 but, well, you're all defectors, aren't you? Because you're not writing poetry and you're getting all up in people's faces and dissing people. You're copying us, you're lampooning us, but you're actually completely mimicking us, which is flattering.
You're a subcategory of us. We're not mimicking you. You're a subcategory of our genre. If we're the defectors, you're the defecation.
We're a subcategory. We're underground. Yay! See what I did there? Ladies and gentlemen, our newbies to our team are gonna fucking rip some shit. It's my man Kemmer. We got Slam the Poet. Let's hear some noise, please.
Thank you very much.
What?
Well, as far as freeze-dried, pre-packaged political rants which everyone agrees with, that was a pretty broad shot. Sometimes, if you're aiming to kill, it's better not to bring a shotgun. That's why me and Kemmer here brought our snipers. But, bruv, where's your paper? How you gonna remember your lines if you haven't got paper to read off? What's wrong with you, bruv? I told you! Alright, do you remember it? Do you remember it?
I rap, so I can remember my bars. It's fine.
Right, so what? Are you ready to do this?
Do what?
You know, drop some hot shit with some hip-hop that's mad melodic and hit spots like doo-wop.
Man, I just thought we came here to tell the poets to do one.
Yeah, that's true, son, but the best way to dead weight a brother in a beret is surely to better him with your best phrase.
All right, Sensei. You wax on with the lyrical.
Yeah.
I'll wax off with the ridicule, and we'll both be rap gods at the interval.
You silly fool, the interval was minutes ago. You count worse than a kid in school.
It's true. I might not be the original one, but I can show these guys a thing or two. And before we kicked freeze, mad raw.
Of course.
But the poets with their popcorn didn't applaud, and it's got me thinking, what for?
Oh man, don't believe the hype. Getting a vibe off more than 5 poets is like trying to kick down a locked door.
Well, here's our encore.
Because they're obscure with their fun. They enjoy linking in parks and looking visibly numb.
So, when the damage is done, I'll be handling tonks. I've hammered the tongue of the hammering tongue.
Damn, man, it's all love.
I'm just spitting what everyone's thinking. These pricks are actually...
No, what we're really trying to say is your flow is quite frustrating to us. See, your pictures are perfectly pretty, but
pending the wrong paintbrush.
Exactly.
You tools don't use all the tools in your toolbox. You gotta look beyond the commas, ellipsis and full stops.
See... all of the bits of linguistics have rhythm that's intrinsic.
Listen to the shit that we're spitting, for instance.
It's smithed with
sibilance that's deliberate.
From an addiction that's instinctive.
Creating diction that's distinctive.
In layman's description, we kick cadence specific.
It's like you're idly worshipping idols.
But we be living the whole religion. See, the parts of our flow are far from contingent.
And the art demands they be penned with precision.
And therein lies the difference. See, your prosaic pretensions means you misuse the minute.
You think of the most abstract words to begin with, then pen several senseless sentences and think that you're finished.
Now, what you got to do is consider the syllabic function. I'm not saying you need a beat to jump on, just make sure every lyric is custom fitted.
Well, here's our prescription, Dr. Slam.
Bruv, you gotta clock the sounds you speak. Like literally, all you gotta do is just clock the sounds you speak. Like, bruv, you gotta clock the sounds you speak. Let me repeat. Bruv, you gotta clock the sound you speak.
Yeah.
The sound you speak.
So pay attention. MC School and Poets class in session. And when I say hands up, I don't mean answer the question. I mean to listen to the truth. Listen to our lesson. There's less interest in what you're spelling than spending 5 days in attention to the rhythm of the words. You gotta pay attention to the rhythm of the words. You gotta pay up to the rhythm of the word. To the rhythm of the attention to the rhythm of the to the rhythm of the words. To the you clock.
Come on. Are you ready to do this?
Do what?
You know, drop some hot shit with some hip hop that's mad melodic and hit spots like doo-wop.
Man, I just thought we came here to tell the poets to do one. Be a nuisance. Teach them some old knowledge and rip them a new one.
True, son, because it's inevitable that we're gonna deck these fools, slamming the poets with our concocted chemicals.
And if they get to reacting, we'll be raising the decibels.
Bringing food for thought while frying these vegetables over acapellas and live instrumentals.
And I suppose they're fine with a pencil, but these wannabe Roald Dahls are about as lively as lentils.
Whilst we MCs got mentals uncontestable.
So we're telling you all, to clash with us is short-sighted. These poor rhymers need spectacles.
Rappers shatter the glass, the damage will be irreparable.
Because they can't spot it.
But after we rock this,
we're bound to get the point like the decimal.
Thank you very much, Concord. It's all love. But still, fuck you.
Okay, right. As you may have noticed, the poets just do the things they do, whereas the rappers can only talk about the things they could do if they wanted to. So, back to the poets. Can we have Chris Parkinson?
Oh, it's me, is it? I'm actually... The last time I was here, I got the driest mouths ever. I didn't... You know, I don't know, you just really want to have a drink. I don't know if it's really called having a really dry mouth. It's something else. And here we are again, ladies and gentlemen, for the 30th annual Poets vs MCs. The year is 2033 for those who haven't adjusted your calendars. And we're here in the salubrious surroundings of the Concord 4, Brighton's newest super club, rushed together from railway sleepers and repurposed styrofoam after the poor Concord 3 was crushed by the unfortunate collapse of the I-360 caused by a freak gust of wind. And here at the 30th anniversary of Brighton's finest poets and rappers, things look like they're hotting up. The atmosphere here is literally buzzing as the audiences send their drones to circle the stage and transmit offensive slogans to the performers. And onto the stage. First up, we have the greybeards, Grandaddy Hines, the wizened old oak tree of the Brighton MC scene, master of what young people are now calling flat cap rap. And there's no sign he's mellowed with the years. He's gesturing with his walking stick. And on the other side of the stage, with a similarly impressive beard, dressed in his signature robes, it's Michael the White, dressed looking like a cross between William Golding and the wizard out of Lord of the Rings, if you remember that. But with twice the vocal range. Oh, and who else is coming on the right-hand side of the stage? It's the artist formerly known as Spliff Richard. After his namesake was jailed in the second round of U-Tree trials, he changed his name to Reefer Sutherland. And he's looking a bit puzzled as he comes onto the stage. Looking a bit puzzled is not just the heady effects of his nitro-powered bong. He's just flip-flopped so many times he can't remember what team he's supposed to be on. Greatly missed, of course, is the late Chris Parkinson, tragically pecked to death by marauding seagulls just 2 years into his tenure as Poet Laureate, to great national lamentation. Here comes the ever-popular Robin Lawley. He's got a lot to live up to after last year's performance, which consisted of atonal words muttered in alternate tongues of French and Arabic, whilst occasionally dashing his head against a colossal gong. It's one hell of an act to follow. And on the MC side, we hear the familiar whir and blink of flashing LED lights we've come to associate with John Clark. 4 years ago, a team of cyber technicians implanted a thesaurus in his torso. And as the world's first cyborg rapper, he's never looked back, apart from that time in 2031 when he was infected by a virus believed to be an advanced mutation that originally evolved from the Millennium Bug. And over on the left-hand side, we got Rosie Lundgren Carrick Schwarzenegger on the arm of her second husband, who must have come straight from the set of Terminator 8, straight now in production at Shoreham Studios. We're not sure what to expect from her tonight, although an online leak suggests it might be a variation on her ever-popular "Hit Me With a Leather Strap in a Train Toilet." Oh... On the right-hand side, we got Gramsky, and I'm afraid the passing of time hasn't gone well for him. He practically looks 25 years old, but he shows no sign of slowing down. Who could forget the notorious year he spoke so fast he could only be heard by moths? Sadly, not the greatest connoisseurs of the freestyle, moths. One wonders what became of the rappers of the past. It says here there was. Oh, I've knocked my bloody beer over. One moment. It says here there was once a rapper called Moss Prob. I don't know if anyone can remember anything about him. He seems to have vanished entirely, lost in the mists of time and history. Shame. And always a bit of time to think about the contradictions of the past. I recall a young man creating confusion by dubbing himself Slam the Poet, despite appearing on the rap team. Was he a poet? Was he a rapper? I mean, the question remains quite academic because he wasn't particularly good at either. Now, in the years that now we're not quite sure what to expect from this instalment. In recent years, the event has descended into what can only be described as a Cold War, with notable exceptions. Most recently, of course, was the Cuban Gizmo crisis, especially remarkable given the actions of one rapper and his verbal chainsaw that sadly turned out to be an actual chainsaw. Was the first time a Brighton spoken word night was the subject of discussions at the United Nations. Oh, and it looks like things really are starting to get going. Robin is wheeling his giant gong onto the stage, which we all know is the sign of a good night. And he's launching into some kind of badass gangster battle rhyme. Life ain't nothing but poems and money. How are the rappers going to deal with this? Robin seems lost in the flow. What's there something going on the MC side? What are they doing? Well, I'm no expert, but they seem to be wheeling out what looks to me like an atom bomb. Ex-Swedish stockpile, if I'm not mistaken. Well, this is a radical step, not to mention a flagrant flouting of the rules. There's consternation on the poet side, although Robin doesn't seem to have noticed. What's happening now? The poets seem to have their very own atom bomb, which is also being rolled onto the stage. There's some gesturing between the teams. Robin looks like he's finishing his poem and is preparing to strike the gong. Granddaddy Hines waves his stick in the air. Both sides hit the ignition at exactly the same time. And boom! Spontaneous combustion. Thousands of specks of dust frozen in beams of light over the stage. Instants become seconds, become minutes in flashing lights. Wars, big and small, are behind us now. We become but an abstract line crossing the void. The microphone slips from skeleton stand and strikes the gong. Everything becomes dark. And out of the darkness, a single speck of light growing brighter, and a sense of gravity, of the presence of something greater, like we're in the presence of a deity, of a supreme being, of a god. And before the voice, the essence of the voice, and your doubts stream away before the essence of the voice. And hushed and alert, ladies and gentlemen, you await the passing of judgment, and the voice of God begins to speak, and he says, "Sorry, guys, the poets won."
Chris Parkinson, make some noise, please. At school, I was very bored in history, but fucking hell, the future's even more boring than history. That's really fun, mate. It's all about the present. I think we should learn from that. Ladies and gentlemen, he's been talked about. Everyone's kind of bad-mouthing him, you shitty cunts. It's Spliff Richard!
All right, take two. See you after. Cheers. Thanks, man. See, after Rosie's spectacular vernacular, immediately followed in line by the sublime Tom Hines building the hype till you could cut the air with a knife, suddenly they passed me the mic, and all of a sudden I felt my heart thud, and I was struck by the very affliction so vividly depicted in Rosie's description, and I could feel the words, but I just couldn't get my mouth around it. I'm telling you, people, she's on some Darren Brown shit. But see, over the years, I've gone toe-to-toe with poets. I've got into scraps with rappers. But there's one more chapter left to write, one more battle left to fight, one more motherfucker in my sights who needs taking down. So please, let me break it down. This is someone who last year, when he got dumped, he got the hump, his pride took a bump, and instead of being the bigger man, he tried to figure a plan to get revenge, went running off to his MC friends, and guys, you gotta help me, this shit is just not right. I ain't done yet with my time in the spotlight.
Fucking freestyle, people. Spliff Richard is freestyling. He's reacted to the stimuli. That's mental.
Only the first bit was, I ain't done with my time in the spotlight. Now this guy, this insufferable stoner, never seen with a neck full of green like a bottle of Corona, who according to this lady can't maintain, let alone deploy a boner. Every time he plays a gig, he still puts on the poster all the slams he won at Hammer and Tongue, even though the last one wasn't back since 2011. And he also conveniently fails to mention all the other winners from Elemental to Sissons went on to bigger, better positions, but not so with Spliff. But I'd be mistaken if I seem to recall you're still playing pub back rooms and community halls. You rhyme to so few people, they should call you Giggy Smalls. Really, Giggy Smalls, we've had weeks to prepare this shit and still all you come with is that. I guess I can see why our shows ain't been too packed. I mean, we've all heard lots about hip-hop and gun crime, but just for that one line, they should book you for punk crime. But now you can unwind. There's no need to stress. I applaud the success of all those who've elevated their name, and it would have been nice if I managed to stay, but still ain't no shame in my game. I still walk with my head high and a sparkle in my red eye. At the end of the night when I get into bed, I still give thanks to what's important. As long as I've been blessed with an audience, quality, not quantity, will always be the priority. It's not about how many heads you can pack under a roof at one time. It's about how much heart you can pack into every rhyme. And it's fine to use Facebook, Twitter and YouTube to keep score online, but don't get too distracted by the numbers. Because if you can't perform to 5 people and give as much of a fuck as if they were 500, then you ain't gonna last. Because I pity the fool whose head goes too big while it's disappearing up his ass. And yeah, more than a few, that's an anatomically horrible thing. More than a few of the gigs that I've played I've been under-promoted, under-attended and underpaid, but when I step off stage, if one person comes up and says, I dig what you do, it's like I just headlined at the O2, and I walk away from there victorious with more spring in my step than Oscar Pistorius.
Oh, come on now. Was that really needed? First you gun my puns, then you make fun of someone who's paraplegic, and you might front with all that hippie shit, but you ain't nothing but a hypocrite, now everyone can see it. Even, come on man, even attacking yourself in a battle in exactly an original style, you think none of these people have seen 8 Mile? And now, I knew you'd have trouble coming back with answers, but man, you set the bar lower than limbo dancers. And speaking of low, can we talk about your standards of presentation? No exaggeration, I know homeless guys who dress better than you. And is that a beard you're trying to grow, or did your face take a poo? I don't think that stoner Jesus Russell Brand with the tan look is working for you. With a face like yours, I have to recommend a burqa for you. Well, come on now. If you're going to go after if you're going to call my comeback slack, you've got to go on the attack a little more cleverly. Because if you go after the visual, then skin deep and superficial is all you'll ever be. This battle won't wither me. I ain't exactly panicking. I'm sorry if I ain't exactly a mannequin. I prefer being human, and personal grooming ain't consuming too much of my time in case it slipped your mind. Women and girls been getting exploited since year dot by a beauty industry, telling them that's exactly what they're not. And they'll never look good enough and therefore be worth enough unless they can be persuaded to reach for their purse enough. And now they got men buying into exactly the same shit. So one more time, let me explain it. That regardless of gender, remember there'll never be a product created or sold as long as you walk the earth that can ever match the natural beauty you were given at birth. And anyone who says differently isn't worth a dime, isn't worth your time or mine. And now time is something that you and me are running out with a quickness. So bear witness like Jehovah, this foolish dispute is over. So let's go outside and burn a pipe of peace and look back at this petty beef and laugh. And plus the reefer will be a little cheaper if you and me go halves. Yeah, cheers. This is being filmed. I'm hoping when the footage comes out there are subtitles. Some of that was a bit fast for my ears. I guess it's just my age. When I first started coming to this, I couldn't look at half the crowd and think I'm old enough to be your dad. Great. That wasn't a dig. It's just, I'm getting old, that's all. I'm going to turn 40. What? Shit. I find it a bit strange that it's on that side that someone is genuinely pleased they know a word that would have to be looked up in Dictionary Corner on Countdown.
The irony.
I'm just happy for them. Perhaps if they fill out their lexicon completely, they'll know too. Right. And I can't help but remember the question once being asked by Spliff, what's this with things meaning two things? He'd said it more eloquently than that, to believe it or not. But, yeah, right. I can't be bothered speaking that fast. Just smacks a bit of effort. I'm aware that I haven't learnt this. I know that they say they make it all up off the top of their head. Anyone out there who knows an MC has probably seen them at some point in time or other pacing back and forth, talking to themselves like they're Rain Man. I think there's a bit of rehearsal there too. No. I don't know if we've got much time. They're taking up fucking ages. Yeah. Fuck it. One of them.
Now, don't get me wrong. I like poetry and all that neat stuff. I just don't need you the way you need us. I mean, I think we should see other people. I knew this wasn't going to be too easy. It's not you. Well, no, it is you. You're too needy. I mean, I'm sorry, guys. I apologise. And I took a lot of time to ponder like, and it's not that you're not my types. It's just you say things and I want to die. Now, I've dropped a line. Yes, you see. this is what happens with freestyling, you see, because there's a paper over cracks, but I had some stuff written, so I'm going to go to that. You see, that's what was going through Spliff Richard's head last year when he felt the need to sever. And you thought that wasn't a scene you'd have to relive forever. But now he's on our team to wreck you. Guess he just found a decent method of speaking to the people better and left you more bereft than his collection of decent sweaters. Or jumpers, as we commonly call them. Now, the only conceivable way in which you're not boring is that once you put out a Gumtree post that got turned into a movie in which Justin Long got tortured. Although we did make kind of an odd walrus. Now, we might be prone to wearing baggy pants and adopting our angry rapper stance and using assonance to brag a bit, but every avalanche has a catalyst. Yeah, your vocab is big, but that is it, and that's akin to having bricks and non-crafting things while your opponents are using their hands and sticks and the rudimentary set of tools they have to bring to construct massive labyrinths to trap cantankerous actors in. And use the prose to kill a fool. How about this? I will fuck my nose, dick and balls, fists and all, if one of you at any point can construct a multi-syllable. And you fucking know I could fit it all. I'm gonna drop some science for you. Poets are the only people the weather affects. How sweet. Like, I know this one. This light drizzle is all about me, compose loud tweets. No, I mean, seriously, guys, what's it been, like, thousands of years? Where did it get you? I mean, you're our elders by millennia. I wouldn't dare to offend you. But how comes we've only been there for a sec too young as an art to test, except when we present dexterity, rhythm and wit, presented fresh in a fresh sliver of script. Yeah, years fit for a prince, but still get to sit with the kings. Yes, I liked that one anyway. So you frame your novelty against ours, like, oh, this is cool, but you know without us you wouldn't fill a small dinner hall in a school. I mean... Hell of a good dinner. Oh, hold on. Yeah, you're here. Imagine if this night was just called Poets. It'd be so shit. Couple of tumbleweeds and crisp packets accidentally float in, then float straight back out again when they realise Rosie's still going. The Reverend hanging from the rafters, screaming like Odin, but know this. At one point, one of the poems was even a little bit sincere. Rosie looks out, spies a lonely soul in the crowd, Peruvian hat, ginger beard. Guys! The entire audience! I think he's here! Sips his beer, lets slip a single tear, then grabs the nearest gerbil and sticks it in his rear like Richard Gere, just because he finds poetry a little bit shit and weird. Bit of an odd expression of that, I know. But in summary, I don't mind you guys, I don't mind what you do. Because poetry can be kind of beautiful, I'm told, and sometimes it's amusing and it's troll, but if poetry's just rap without the freestyle usage to control, then poets are just rappers without music in their souls. Thanks and that.
Okay, Most Prob, the rapper who only made the headlines not for his rap, but for proposing to his girlfriend on stage, and even then it was only covered by the Daily Mail. Now listen, we are running out of time. We've got about 9 minutes left. We've got 3 performers left, so we're going to crack straight on. Please welcome Mike Parker.
This doesn't make sense. How can I stand here and spit specious aspersions upon your style of spoken word when I have nothing but respect for your skills? Most Prob, you're a poet. Anytime you want to do a Spliff Richard and split from the strict restrictions of sitting one side of the fence or the other and, brother, step over into our open arms. You know it makes sense. Tom, Ed, where are you? That thing you do with the letters is amazing. The percussive pitter-patter of particular consonants, especially the plosive, explosive, and utterances utterly devoid of any comma, semicolon, or stop, or any kind of punctuated epithet you're actually breathing. Man, that's impressive. If I tried that, I'm betting my letters would be getting kind of messy, but you spit out syllables like you've overfilled your silly grin with alphabetic spaghetti. And I reckon if ever you slow down enough to let some breath in between the words, a little bit of it might even make sense. You never know. And Rick, ditto. Tom, it doesn't make sense. How can I reconcile this charming man with the beast upon stage, who will tear me apart, savage me, and feast upon the bleeding heart of his enemy? I find myself thinking, what will you do when you're a daddy? Will you be the big bad wolf or the handsome prince? Will Daddy Hines growl, who's been eating my porridge, while I've been out in the forest encouraging baby Hines to forage for original lines and crazy rhymes to bring back to the cottage? Will you cipher over diapers like there's only one survivor? Will you rap up your child in cotton wool lyrical lullabies? Will wise old Heinz's bars be for safety round the cot? Will your flow be not too hot and not too cold? What happens when rappers get old? Maybe it'll all make sense. John, that thing that you do when you ask for 3 things from the audience and then form it into glorious verse with just the speed of your mind, I'd like to do that. If ever I find I've run out of ideas of my own. I'd like to set you a challenge. Can you make sense?
But just before you say something, don't you reckon the idea of a challenge would suggest that you could do it yourself in the first place, so that I would feel challenged? It's like Gramsky was saying, if you could turn yourself backwards, the basketball net behind you, and get it through the hoop, then I might be slightly impressed. Join with us, brother. Join with us. Join us. What do you reckon, people? If he can dance to his own music, then we'll have it. Then we'll have it.
What? You're saying I should freestyle?
I've seen it, brother. When you've been drunken and sequestered away in my living room or like spots away from the public eye. Fucking right, you're a human construction site.
But I'm a poet. I am slow. It comes very uneasily to me. My rhythm isn't free. I've got a funk that's of a different style to you, punk, and I don't really know if I can stand on my toes and tiptoe around this stage making words up and coming up with a rage that's gonna beat the fuck out of you guys, because I don't know where this comes from. I don't know where my ideas are gonna go and where my words are gonna flow and where we're gonna go after this. Probably down the pub for a pint, yes? But I got something that you ain't got, and that's the function to end it where it's got. Oh, I sit back. I've got words I could say and play with and then sit and say, do you know what? I don't think I've got it quite right. Maybe I'll flip this over and say it, oh, just like that. So, here's that challenge, mates. Here's that challenge. Can you make sense of this?
1 minute.
1. That feeling of pain as the electricity within my brain reaches a level of insane activity and throws my epileptic body to the ground. 2. that burden of care of Sarah, Joseph, Ruth and Naomi, become scarily aware of the delicate precariousness of life by the tearing of my mouth and tender heart. 3, this perfect pleasure, this treasure, like a smooth Brighton pebble in my hand as I stand by the sea. Ah, this joy, this peace, love and understanding, this sheer joy of just standing together.
Let's do it. That was beautiful. Yes, Michael Parker, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Parker. That's heavy nuts. What I fear could be suicide. So everybody up in here, why don't you decide? So when the moment comes to cheer, you'll be choosing sides. Because tonight we would like the two sides to be unified. Ladies and gentlemen, this may be absolute suicide on our part, but us and the MCs, we want to get this together. Corral, let's go. Why? Would I take the mick out of Michael? I find this man absolutely delightful. Honestly, man, I know that you were knowing me, and I have a huge respect for his poetry. I know it affects you so hectically. Sometimes the epilepsy gets to your head, you geese. And I absolutely respect you for it, because when you're rhyming, it comes out in a torrent. Absolutely gorgeous, and I can't ignore it. And you got the love for your wife and your daughters. You absolutely hold down the bloody fortress. When it comes to the performance, he's so enormous. Right, let me tell you something, and you all know it. This night has got a little bit gimmicky, because the poets versus MCs, I've seen more of a poet versus a poet. So if everybody notice that there's a whole lot of unity right here. I've seen Rosie down at the level like, yeah, going right there with the Cipher all hyper. Me and Rosie pulling a drunken all-nighter. Oh, I like the way that you freestyle guys. A slip champi, she has those gleaming eyes. Like secretly, I actually really like hip-hop. Rosie, we fucking love you, you are tip-top. Mate, make some noise if you know Scroobius Pip. Alright, make some noise if you know Holly McNish. Because Michael and Rosie asked me to support them, but I'm the MC and this is awesome. Everybody in the building make some noise. We want to unify all these boys and girls. Wrong way round, either way we're back here to bounce and pound. We're bringing it out because we got to unify. All the way back to this, let's say this rhyme. What we're about to do in here could be suicide. So all you people up in here, why don't you decide? When the moment comes to cheer, you'll be choosing side. Cause tonight we would like the two sides to be unified. This here could be suicide. So all you people up in here, why don't you decide? So when the moment comes to cheer, you'll be choosing side. But tonight we would like the two sides to be unified. My man Corel.
Do you like drum and bass? Do you like drum and bass?
Right, people, come on, Brighton Town. It's all about acceptance up in here. You ready, Gramsky? 2, 3, 4. All right, you say soliloquies, we just spit a free. Let's go the whole thing off. Yeah. You say delivery, I say it similarly. Let's go the whole thing off. Yo, they say that I cannot stop. Apparently, my words are just so fast that you have to be heard by your mouth. And Mr. Michael saying that I'm spitting not so fast when I'm coming back at you, because it will never ever last. Because we're going to get talking, never stopping when I'm booking. I'm leading and needing, because the facts are proceeding. Oh, because I'm seeing all of you with a skeptical smile. This is actually freestyle. You say delivery, I say spit a free. Let's call the whole thing off. You say simile, I say spit a free. Let's call the whole thing off. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we want to put a little twist on the evening. When I say cease, you say fire. Cease. Fire. Cease. Fire. When I say poets, you say MCs. Poets. MC. Poets. MC. Unification, please. Fucking A. We got one more performer, one more part for the night. Abandon ship. Abandon ship.
Okay, we got Michael Clark up last. Please welcome to the stage the final poet, Michael Clark, right now.
Make some noise, please.
Thank you, thank you. Time is of the essence, so I'd like to perform a very short play for you all. I'll see you on the other side.
Behold the people's poet they call Michael Kenneth Clarke. You should not fear my bite, my boy. Instead, please fear my bark. I'm going to bring the revolution with every wry remark, though I'm worse at eye contact than a hammerhead shark. Here tonight in Brighton, all the way from my parents' basement. Tonight I'm going to put the ace in last-minute replacement. Call me MC, because I'll raise your pulse and pressure. Coming at you from all angles, call me MC Escher. I get my stage presence from my BA in drama. I spit the sacred truth, I'm like a Dalai Lama. You'll hear no misogyny from me and my lips. I got a super ego, but no Freudian sluts. Slips. Is it really any wonder why you can't shift a demo or sell a tape? You rap worse than my arthritic nan at Christmas Eve with no sellotape. Except it's no gift. Sorry to be blunt, but there's no one blunter than you blunt shunters and blunt beat grunters calling women munters to get laughs from the punters. It's fine, so long as you speak like the presenter of Storage Hunters. 844-151-146. I smoke weed. 844-151. I speak from the heart. 845. Where are we going on what? I smoke weed. Who cares about meaning? Just don't present it shoddily. You appeal to the everyday bloke. The Daily Mail, most probably.
British girls in Bangkok.
We don't rap about hoes and drugs, man. It's 2015. We've called a hose and pipe ban. The only downside is, with a hose pipe ban, you won't be able to monoxide yourself in your daddy's camper van. It just ain't happening, man. Please, you do the math. Even after that, you'll still be no Sylvia Plath. Oh, yes, you're so polite. Always say please. I don't ignore it. It's just that the word bitch always seems to come before it. Your remedy to immorality seems more a plaster than a bandage, requiring you to cloak your inherent sexism through more creative language. Perhaps it's time you understood the weight of the words you say and clean those filthy pipes of yours. Shall I compare thee to a plumber's day? You're a pain in the ass that won't subside. You're an anal cyst personified. How I wish hip-hop would persist of the ego of the chauvinist, which every day keeps the exist in sexist. Right. No. You claim rap is just poetry that's been bastardised, that we bite the hand that feeds us, that we cannibalise, but what you internalise, we bring to the crowds where it can fertilise. You stereotype to dehumanise, so you can immobilise the truth we try and verbalise. So we should be immortalised, frozen in time like Han Solo carbonised. So before you pick holes fit for a pigeon, I think it's time you analysed. Bury the hype of your stereotype of which your argument is comprised. I don't wear a hood, this rapper's circumcised. I'm a feminist and proud, and I won't be chastised. You say I'm the one that should be despised, while you be sensationalised. Stood in a room with smoke being blown up your ass going, please, Mr. Cameron, don't cut the arts. I want to do a play where I play all the parts and show how sad I am to be white middle class. No, it's not a play, okay? It's a one-man spoken word show about you're a twat. Oh, you're just going to insult me? Well, two can play at that. At least I don't grab my crotch after every other word. You know, I don't have to grip some phallic symbol to have my voice heard. Shut up! Shut up! Don't flop, I know all about your erectile dysfunction. Well, can you blame me? You're a bigger turn-off than an M6 junction. You're all M&M enemies, you're so far up your asses. Your face looks like a 3D film without the 3D glasses. Well, you've only one dimension, man. Yeah, and you're a One Direction fan. Oh, you're going to slag off my music? Well, then let me see. What's the shining jewel of Brighton's hip-hop legacy, mister? Let's get down with the trumpets. Let's talk down to the strumpets. Let's go down on their crumpets. Pick a noun, any noun, I'll trumpet. Oh, shit, yeah. You've stumped it, man. No, he's got me there. You've chumped it. Though I believe you and Rizzle Kicks actually share a certain affinity. This is absolutely true. Didn't one of them take your ex-girlfriend's virginity? Fuck you!
Ladies and gentlemen.
Are we done for time? Oh, sorry. Where was I? So, I'm sorry, I thought he was going to hit me. I won't be silenced. Well, that would only perpetuate the myth that all rappers are violent. I'm sorry, it's all getting too much like Fight Club, this spat. Hey, I thought I told you not to talk about that. Oh, God. I've been so moronic. Look, for us to attack each other, surely that's ironic. Like a depressed person called Larry who works as a clown. Yeah, or a book about the laws of gravity you just can't put down. Yeah. Look, we all owe it all to language, so to languish in battle forever is surely far less preferable than us joining together. I mean, we could lay more stories than a literary car park. Speaking of which, how's this for a structural arc? My dad's name is John Clark, and his dad's name is Michael Clark. Hark! Our enemies are our father, our invader, our aider, Darth Vader. In both of us, there is light and dark. Rap gives birth to poetry, as poetry gives birth to rap. It's true, we bore each other, and that, my friend, is that. It's like those sticks of rock, but all the way down you'll still read Brighton. Now comes my climax. I really don't mean to frighten. I say, let's strip away the layers of pimps and players and pimple forsooth sayers. The grass isn't Graham Greene on either side. Let's strip away! Strip away the labels. We're all the same on the inside. Now it's the same through and through. It shouldn't come as a shock. And if you don't like it, well then, you can all suck my long, hard stick of Brighton rock. Thank you very much.
Right. Rosie. A bit more noise, please.
Michael fucking Clark! Okay, we've got to get off stage right now, so we're going to make this quick.
No. Right, let's do this properly, right? There's been a lot of similarities. Personally, as a rapper who's been rapping 20 years, I don't know the fuck who's on each side. I don't actually know. So I would like to say now, because, you know, he kind of bit that from the act earlier. But no, what I want to say now is, fuck this shit.
Yeah, make some noise for the poets. Make some noise for the rappers. Make some noise for everyone who fits in between. Tonight has been the best fucking Poets MCs ever. I think we are on a level field. Thank you all for coming.